of race number 5, and the favourite on course is Pristine Partners, and the TAB favourite 230. He's a fraction shorter on the tape, not much in it. The Godfather of the two has eased the most in betting. 280, you can do a deal better on track. And there's been money for Merlos too, Tappy. He's firmed in $9.90. He is the third favourite on track, but on the TAB, Ramius is the third favourite at $7.80. He's a fraction better elsewhere. So only a smallish field to do battle. And the starter about to move them in. The Godfather coming up to the barrier, about to take up his position. Merlos is down the end of the track at about the 400 metres mark. Clark of the course either side. And he's just pulling away from the attendants at the moment, the Rhythm 4-year-old. Full check on the betting. Pristine Partners, 231.60. The Godfather, 291.70. Star Varick, 10.44. Power to Burn, 14.70, 3.80. Merlos, and he's continued to come in on track, Merlos. He's in shorter now than the Tate, 9.30, 3.40, and Ramius, 7.80 and $2.60. So the last few moving in. Here comes Pristine Partners up to the barrier. Waiting on Merlos and Ramius to move in. The Godfather standing up well with Power to Burn. Brian York was aboard last time on the Godfather. Larry Cassidy has the reins today. Now we're just waiting on Ramius to move in and Merlos to come forward. Weather conditions have held up fairly well, really. Looked pretty threatening earlier this morning. They had a very heavy shower here between 10 and 10:30, but weather conditions are quite fine at the moment. Ramius moves in, and Merlos to be the last. Merlos coming in. It's 2.20 Pristine Partners. The Godfather, $3.10, 8.10 Merlos, 7.90 Ramius. And they're set for the running of the Cup. Starter is at his dispatch point. And they're racing. Power to Burn seemed to come up in the air at the start and missed it by a half length. Star Varick and the Godfather on the fence away well, and Merlos ridden with a bit of urgency in the early stages coming across. The Godfather, after a couple of 100 metres, leads the way from Merlos. Star Varick drops in on the fence. Pristine Partners will go up to be fourth, one out from Power to Burn, and Ramius the tail ender. The Godfather in the turn out of the straight, racing up to the 2,000 metres, peg out by 3/4 on Merlos. Star Varick tucked in behind those, and Pristine Partners settling well outside of him, a length back. Then Power to Burn, and Ramius still last with about 5 lengths covering the field. The Godfather just increasing the tempo fractionally at the 1,800 metres mark by a length on Merlos, up a lot closer today. 3/4 away Star Varick, a length back in the race is Pristine Partners. Then came Power to Burn, and Ramius still last of all. Well, there's no change, and I don't think there's going to be any change for some time. It's the Godfather, 1,600 metres out, leading the way, comes to that crossing and goes out by a length and a half on Merlos. Star Varick only a neck away on the fence over Pristine Partners. He's been given a soft run under his big weight from Power to Burn, and Ramius, the maiden galloper, last. Down the back, 1,400 to go. The Godfather's going to try and lead all the way. He's out by a length and a half on Merlos in close attendance. Star Varick is pocketed on the fence. Pristine Partners at his girth the outside. 3/4 away Power to Burn, and still Ramius last. And again, as I mentioned earlier, no change to the play. Racing up to the 1,100 metres mark. The Godfather trying to lead it all the way, looking for back-to-back victories. Out by a length and a half on Merlos, and Star Varick hasn't spent a penny on the fence as they go by the 1,000. One away Pristine Partners over Power to Burn, and Ramius, Lenny Beasley sitting back last on the Carpstad horse. Coming down the side of the track, and still the Godfather. Up to the 800 metres mark now by a length and a half on Merlos. 3/4 away Star Varick. Beedman yet to go forward on Pristine Partners. He's trailing them. 2 lengths away Power to Burn, and Ramius last, 6 lengths away from the Godfather. 600 metres to go. The Godfather now being sooled along. Out by a length on Merlos. Beedman comes out on Pristine Partners. Star Varick's under the whip. They were followed by Power to Burn and Ramius as they turn the bend. In the straight up to the 400. The Godfather by a length on Merlos. Pristine Partners being let go. The outsiders. Merlos got to the Godfather. They're well clear from Power to Burn, and then came Star Varick down to the 200 metres mark. Merlos the centre. The Godfather and Pristine Partners. The Godfather's kicking. Merlos the centre and Pristine Partners. 3 of them stride for stride. The Godfather, Merlos and Pristine Partners. Pristine Partners, Merlos and the Godfather. Might be Pristine Partners in a 3-way go, but it's very tight. Kicking the Godfather and Merlos right there. Nothing between the 3 of them. Then Power to Burn, Star Varick and Ramius last in. Well, they've had a great fight. An epic battle for the length of the straight. Merlos got to the Godfather. The Godfather refused to give in. Pristine Partners coming at the pair. Their heads are bobbing as they get close to the line. It's a terrifically tight go. Nothing between Pristine Partners, the outside, who maybe got there, but it's very tight. The Godfather has kicked hard on the fence, and he's right there in the photo. There's nothing between them. And in between them, Merlos, I think he's the least prominent of the three. The judge has gone for the photo. It's a very tight go. Very close between Pristine Partners, the Godfather, and Merlos in the centre. Pristine Partners, to my eye, look to have just got there in the last stride, but the judge has had a call for the finish links after the running of race number 5. A great battle. Beedman the outside on Pristine Partners, coming at Larry Cassidy on the Godfather, who looked beat there for a stride, and Glenn Boss on Merlos in the centre. And as they've hit the line, there's very little between the three of them. The judge looking at the photo. If it goes to Pristine Partners, $231.50. If it goes to the Godfather, $310.190. Merlos, $7 and $310. And there is still no number. A very tight go after the running of the Christmas Cup. And what a great battle they had for the length of the straight. Nothing between the three of them. Pristine Partners looks certain to win, and has. Number 1, Pristine Partners, Darren Beedman first for Graham Begg. Merlos has got second, Glenn Boss, Guy Walter, and the Godfather, Larry Cassidy and Gay Waterhouse. I would imagine it'll be a nose by a nose in a terrific struggle down to the post.
Righto, Terry. Well, you wouldn't believe that. A field of 6 and one of the best 3-horse finishes you'd ever see. Those 3 runners had a titanic struggle from the 200 metres, and Darren Beedman showing terrific strength on Pristine Partners to get the Graham Begg train gelding home by a narrow margin. Merlos in the centre got second, and the Godfather third after still having his head in front 2 or 3 strides from home. Pristine Partners the winner. Now, Moonee Valley race 6 and Prince Ben Barra 270, Kabila 460, Evocative 19, Storm Edition 560, Storm Rebel 950, As You Do is a scratching, Typhoon Barney $13, Jangling Jack is $9.30, and Carp Tonight $12, 170,000 in the wind pool. Now here is Alf Matthews with Storm Rebels jockey Brad Rawiller.
Well, Brad, Storm Rebel won the Donald Cup very well last start. What do you think he'll do, and how do you think it'll go today?
I'm confident he'll run really well. He's always run well at the Valley. The mile suits him ideally. He is 8-year-old now, but I mean he's run last start, shows he's honest. He's trying, and he's drawn a good gate. And he's sort of one of them horses you could lead, you can sort of take box seat, and you know he's come from back before too. So I just sort of work it as we jump. With that gate, I can do that. Yeah.
Do you think he can win?
I can definitely think he can win. I think it's a race that isn't overly strong. I mean, I know Prince Ben Barra is a decent horse, but I mean he's a little bit out of form, and my horse gets him with 56, which is sort of a lot of weight he's sort of carried for a while. He's definitely a good chance.
Good luck.
Get off. Thanks, Alf.
Brad Rawiller, and he's on the Donald Cup winner, Storm Rebel, in the upcoming event.
Storm Rebel.